Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I want to get this first video out of the way right quick before I recap the Dodgers game when it finishes. I want to talk about the Nascar Shills, and oh boy, they're back at it again. So there was this report, this news today that dropped, that NASCAR, I had to find it, that NASCAR is now seriously weighing the possibility of drastically overhauling the playoffs or doing away with them altogether. The mere chance of going back to a 36-race schedule, determining the series champion, marks a dizzying turnaround. And I'll get to more of that when I do the news video. Hopefully this means the same for Xfinity and trucks as well. Full season points format for all three series is the best option. No doubt. And the response to the idea that a full season format is even just still on the table so far has been loud and overwhelming positive. It's going to be hard to ignore that, NASCAR. It's going to be pretty hard to ignore that. But the NASCAR Shills, your typical suspects. Well, I haven't seen anything from Mama Smith. But your typical suspects: Rusty Wallace, Michael Waltrip, Danielle Trotta, Mama Smith, Kyle Petty, really the main suspects of NASCAR Shills. So, there's some reply that she quote tweeted. Is NASCAR's playoff problem an issue with the sport, drivers format, etc.? Or is it that by year end, from a rating standpoint, they're going head to head with the 800-pound gorilla in the room known as the NFL? Here we go again with the NFL excuse. Did the NFL just start? Is this some new phenomenon that that hasn't been around, that we've never heard of? It's always the same excuse. Oh, there's college football. Oh, there's NFL. No, your sport just sucks right now. Dude, NASCAR viewership has been dropping since 2005. That's when I was born. Using the NFL as a fucking excuse is bullshit. 60% of the NFL season is NFL season. 60% is NFL/seasonality. 25% is how the storylines of the playoffs are paced. It's not clear who the main contenders are until 1 week. Until probably about near the end of the season, who you think the main contenders are. They've been going up against the NFL since forever. Move on, next argument. Guess it's the former, since that gorilla has been around for decades. But with the NFL, you don't know who the main contenders are. Really, until probably near the end of the season. Or about near the end of the season, midway near the end of the season, you kind of figure out who the contenders are. In the top 5 games so far, the Eagles and Chiefs, 33 million. Dallas, Philly, 28 million. Dallas, Chicago, 25 million. Kansas City, New York got 25 million views. Hell, Baltimore, Buffalo, 24 million. The Giants and Chiefs got 25 million views. I know, those are still, obviously two big markets, but still, dude. If NASCAR was good, people would watch. That's what I keep saying, dude. They've been going up against football for the last, 15 plus years? So no, it's not an issue going against football. NASCAR just sucks right now. Danielle Trotta's like, say it louder for the people in the back, Todd. God, it's like she just knows she's she has to know she's a fucking idiot. The NFL isn't new. That 800-pound gorilla has been in the room for 100 years? Feels like. The NFL isn't new. It's always been there. NASCAR has always gone up against it, and in fact, maybe rivaled their numbers at one point. So can we start with excuses and start looking within the sport? You can't just look everywhere, but the changes you can easily make. The playoff format is literally the easiest thing ever to change. No reason not to try. And this new startup league is taking so many viewers. So explain how in the mid-2000s you'd pull 5 million viewers a race and had tracks on a wait list for tickets while going against the NFL. You cannot be this out of touch as media members. Just keep your opinion to yourself. Stop tweeting this stupid shit on Twitter. Blaming the NFL is a lazy excuse. Can these media members just stop tweeting this shit? Like, keep your opinion to yourself. Keep telling yourselves the problem is football. Xfinity ratings are good for a reason. They're actually in about probably 900,000 and near 1 million. That's pretty close to the Cup Series viewership. Oh, and by the way, there's a college football on Saturday, so tell me why the Xfinity viewership's good. Cup ratings are dropping for a reason. It's not football. If it was good, people would watch. If the racing was interesting, people would watch. The ratings go down year after year after year after year. This isn't no stick and ball sport, nor Game 7 sport. You race for points, and that's it. I guess football plays a part, but it's also fatigue of the same stupid shit. The playoffs have some of the weakest tracks. The car races like shit, and your favorite driver can have one bad race and your season can be over. To where you're in a must-win. If you don't win, your season's over. God, the constant shilling for NASCAR. The NFL's just fucking better, dude. I can't trust anything someone says that's employed by NASCAR, because it's just, you know they're freaking shilling for them. Yeah, but that was that. And then Michael Waltrip, another NASCAR shill. He said, every sport has a playoff. Seems like a good idea. At NASCAR. You know, it was kind of funny with these shills at first, how they always defend NASCAR, but now it just genuinely pisses me off. Gosh, if you have to defend the playoff format, then maybe it's not that good as you think. If it was so good, the ratings would be super high and you wouldn't have to defend it. But if they have to come out and defend it every single time it's talked about, maybe it's not as good as you think. We became fans of NASCAR because it was different. It's not a, like, stick and ball sport. Obviously, I love, football, basketball, and that, but that's what made NASCAR different. And what does exactly NASCAR play? It's the playoffs. What exactly do they play, Michael? Gosh, doesn't even make sense. The playoffs. You don't play in NASCAR. You race a car. It's stupid, so fucking stupid. Playoffs don't belong in motorsports. Why should NASCAR have a playoff system if every other motorsport doesn't? Motorsports like IndyCar and F1 have always used the entire season for theirs. I'll give credit to them because they use full season points. F1, I don't watch it because it's mostly boring for the most part. But hey, they have full season points. The playoffs have actively hurt the sport, and one of the reasons why the viewership is where it's at. No other motorsport has playoffs, right? Richard Petty, NASCAR Racing, got where it's at because we did things different than other people. But Michael Waltrip, man, says this. No other sport is like motor racing, Michael. Playoffs don't work in racing. Never have, never will. Also, sure, maybe most sport, not every sport has a playoff. Like college basketball, they don't have playoffs. They have March Madness. Not every sport has playoffs. F1 doesn't have playoffs. IndyCar doesn't have playoffs. Not every sport has a fucking playoff. God, I'm tired of these shills. Trotta, Moody, Pistone, Mamba, Bianchi, Jeff Burton. Every fucking person in NASCAR is a shill. Besides Jeff Gluck. Jeff Gluck isn't a shill. But 12 years is enough time to accept that this experiment has failed. Can these people stop being goddamn NASCAR shills just for a second? But let me go over these ratings here. '2015, 7.64. 2016, 6.08. 2017, 4.70. 2018, 4.15. 2019, 3.74. 2020, 3.06. 2021, 3.21. 2022, 3.21. 2023, 2.92. 2024, 2.90. The ratings get worse and worse and worse. Year after year after year. The ratings just get worse and worse as it goes. NASCAR's not a stick and ball sport, dude. But it's just the same NASCAR Shills every time, man. Every single time. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say for this video. I just want to do a quick video on that. Talk about these damn NASCAR Shills. So, yeah, that's really all I gotta say. So, leave a like, subscribe for more. Till next time, Mac a lot. Peace. And leave a like, subscribe for more on that shit.